Hi, Robbins. I'm here with Mr. Mix-Up. Mr. Mix-Up wants to sing a song with you. He's been practicing really hard. Mr. Mix-Up, what's the song? Oh, Twinkle, Twinkle. All right, here we go. Let's do it, Robbins. Mr. Mix-Up wants to show you how much he's practiced. Twinkle, twinkle, little car. What? Little car? No, it's little star. Let's try it again. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a square in what? Like a square? No, Mr. Mix-Up. It's like a diamond. Let's try it one more time, okay? Okay, he wants to give it one more try. You all ready? Let's help Mr. Mix-Up get it right. Here we go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Mr. Mix-Up, you did a great job. Robbins, let's give Mr. Mix-Up a round of applause. Good job, Mr. Mix-Up. You did it. Okay, well, I told Mr. Mix-Up if he sang a song with me, I would read you his favorite book. Ready for it? Okay, Robbins, I'm going to put Mr. Mix-Up right here so he can hear the book. It's called Caps for Sale. It says it's a tale of a peddler, which is somebody who sells things, some monkeys, and their monkey business. That means there's going to be some monkeys up to some tricks. Here we go. Once there was a peddler who sold caps, but he was not like an ordinary peddler, carrying his wares on his back. He carried them on his head. First he had on his own checkered cap. Then he had on a bunch of gray caps. Then a bunch of blue caps. And then on the very top, way up high, a bunch of red caps. Do you see all of his caps? He walked up and down the streets, holding himself very straight so as not to upset his caps. As he went along, he called, "Caps for sale, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." Cap is another word for a hat. One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up the street and he walked down the street calling, "Caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." But nobody wanted any caps that morning. Nobody wanted even a red cap. He began to feel very hungry, but he had no money for lunch. "I think I'll go for a walk in the country," said he. And he walked out of town slowly, very slowly, so as not to upset his caps. There he goes. He walked for a long time until he came to a great big tree. "That's a nice place for a rest," thought he. And he sat down very slowly under the tree, and he leaned back little by little against the tree trunk so as not to disturb the caps on his head. Then he put his hands to feel if they were straight. You think they were straight? First he touched a checkered cap. Then he touched the brown caps. Then he touched the blue caps. And then he touched what was on top? You're right, the red caps. They were all there. So he went to sleep, and he slept for a long time. When he woke up, he was refreshed and rested. I guess the nap gave him some energy. But before standing up, he felt with his hand to make sure his caps were in the right place. All he felt was his own checkered cap. I wonder what happened to the other caps. He looked to the right of him, no caps. He looked to the left of him, no caps. He looked in back of him, no caps. He looked behind the tree, no caps. I wonder what happened to his caps. Then he looked up into the tree, and what do you think he saw? Anybody have an idea? On every branch sat a monkey. On every monkey was a gray, or a brown, or a blue, or a red cap. Look at those monkeys. They're up to no good. The peddler looked at the monkeys. The monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do. Finally, he spoke to them. He's going to have a little conversation with them. You monkeys, you, he said, shaking a finger at them, you give me back my caps. But the monkeys shook their fingers right back at him and said, tss, 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 tss. This made the peddler angry, so he shook both hands and said, you monkeys, you give me back my caps. Then the monkeys shook both of their hands and said, tss, 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 tss. What do you think is going on here? By this time, the peddler was really very angry. He stamped both his feet and shouted, you monkeys, you, give me back my caps. What do you think the monkeys did now? You're right. The monkeys stamped both of their feet back at him and said, psst, 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 psst. Do you think the monkeys think they're playing a game? At last, he became so angry that he pulled off his cap and he threw it on the ground. And he began to walk away very slowly. How do you think he looks right there? Anybody have an idea of what's going to happen? So then, each monkey pulled off his cap and threw it down. The monkeys definitely thought they were playing a game, didn't they? And all the gray caps, and all the brown caps, and all the blue caps, and all the red caps came flying down out of the tree. And slowly, he walked back to town, calling, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap. Does he have his caps back? He sure does. So, what do you think about this book, Robbins? What did you like about it? Oh, you like the silly monkeys. Did you see that they were trying to play a game? A game where they were copying the peddler? Why don't we do that for just a minute? Why don't you do a follow along with me? Here we go. Thanks for playing along, Robbins. See you next time.